Hi, I'm Erin Judge. I'm a registered dietitian and IBS specialist, and we recently launched a membership program for those living with IBS that includes a holistic care program for managing symptoms and getting your life back. Now that sounds nice and fun, right? Sounds good, but what's actually included in the membership program? Let's walk through it. So one of the best parts of our membership program is our Master Method Core program. This is a course that walks you through, again, that holistic management of symptoms. Now, what that means is that we take into account how you live your life, how your diet, your behaviors, all parts of your life actually interact with your gut and impact the drivers of IBS. And that's something that you learn in Module 1, which is all about understanding what your body's communicating to you and what IBS actually means, right? What contributes to symptoms and how to know what's driving your symptoms. What you also get through this first module is a doctor's checklist of how to communicate certain things that are going on in your body to your providers to get the right testing and make sure you're also getting the right answers so that you can feel more empowered in your healthcare. Now, where did all this information come from? I've been specializing in IBS for over 5 years. I've also lived with IBS for the majority of my life, well over 20 years. And so a lot of this has come from my personal and professional experience, as well as research and collaboration with other professionals in this space. So going along through the core program, we also have digestion foundations. I truly believe that it's important to improve digestive capacity before we start troubleshooting specific symptoms. That means we're actually supporting the way your gut works before we're eliminating foods and doing all these other things that may lead you to a dead end if your digestion is not the best it can be. Once we have that established, then we move on to managing IBS. So this is where we get into some of the first line treatment options for IBS or management options. We refer to these as the NICE guidelines often, but this is where we're going to take those general recommendations that you've probably read about online, give you the science of why those things work and how to actually apply it in your life, specifically targeting IBS and the drivers of IBS. We'll also have some creative out of the box things for you to try. After that, we go into troubleshooting constipation and diarrhea. So beyond just IBS itself, how do we further target your motility patterns? And there's some bonuses as well on what to do about alternating bowel habits so you can feel really confident in this. This is not just about what to start with and how to mask these symptoms, but how to truly improve motility long term and the steps to take after each other. We also talk about the different types of constipation and the types of diarrhea. So again, you feel more empowered about your body's communications and your personal needs. And we can't talk about IBS, the gut health without getting into stress and mental health. So we have a section here that goes into more detail around how to manage stress and stress less as we get that recommendation. And part of this is actually led by a former therapist and life coach who walks you through some strategies and real life application of them. And then we move on to improving diet, optimizing diet for gut health. So this gets a little bit deeper than just IBS strategies and into what we know actually improves the health of your gut. We've already talked about fiber modification in an earlier section with managing IBS, but this is where we're going to get into how to implement Mediterranean diet principles and what's been shown in research to be effective for optimal health, fiber diversity, all of those different things, and how to really improve your diet in a way that's going to give you more longevity and sustainability. And we then talk about dealing with food fear. So this is really helpful if you notice that you have a lot of fear come up about symptoms related to foods, or if you're going to be introducing new foods. It's important that we do the dealing with food fear section before you get to the low FODMAP diet, because while the low FODMAP diet can be really effective, and it doesn't show that it's locked here, but whenever you actually get into it, phase 1 is locked. You have to do the food fear section first. But this is important because we don't want to increase more fear and worsen the gut-brain connection and the way that the brain is now responding to your foods, because that can actually lead to more symptoms. And so we want to avoid this as much as possible. We also really value your relationship with food and how you feel around meals, because it can impact even that moment in how your digestive system is working, which you've learned earlier throughout the program. Once you've gone through that section, you may have everything that you need. And that is our goal with the core program, is that you're able to get results with these different sections before you get to the low FODMAP diet. But if you're still not there yet, the low FODMAP diet section will walk you through all 3 phases, along with exact guidance of how to do it, how long it should take, nuances around it. We have a modified approach. We have a full approach. We have resources for you, food list, like charts, all these things that you need to actually implement this diet. And we also do talk about who it's actually for and if it's a good choice for you, as well as how to troubleshoot along the way to determine if it's actually working for you. Our goal with this is that we're able to use the low FODMAP diet, which is the most evidence-based research diet approach and protocol for IBS. We want to use it in the right way for the right person. We don't want you to get stuck in unnecessary restriction. So outside of our core program, we do have lifestyle resources inside the membership for you to enjoy. And this is to help you implement what you're learning in the program and just in a practical way. So there's some yoga in there that's specifically targeted to digestion and stretches that you can implement. We have different guided meditations and breath work that we're adding to, additional mental health resources if you need those. And we have different workouts, including low intensity, high intensity. We're building that collection. I'm also a personal trainer, so a lot of those are led by me and other guest experts. We have additional resources, and we have some meal planning tools, including links to recipes and things that you can use if you're doing the low FODMAP diet. And if that wasn't enough, we also have Club MM, a membership where you can connect with myself, other dietitians on our team, and your fellow members for support, for additional challenges, whatever you need. We do a new challenge or a new bonus training every single month, and you can find all of that in the community. I created the Master Method membership for IBS because I wanted IBS care and good, high quality, holistic IBS care to be more affordable and more accessible. I know that our one-to-one programs are highly effective because they're individualized, but they're not always an option for people who either have busy schedules where they're not able to meet with someone, limited financial resources, or maybe they live outside of an area where they have a dietitian available, meaning maybe outside of the US, or you travel often and you're not able to establish consistent care with a registered dietitian that specializes in your needs. I also know how valuable it is to be empowered with reasoning, knowledge, like more of the evidence behind different recommendations that are given to you. I found that really effective in my own personal journey with IBS, and that's what I wanted to create through this membership. I also wanted to create a sense of community, which is often lacking in a lot of the healthcare spaces because you're not able to fully connect with and share some of those more intimate details of your journey with others that truly get it when you're just sitting in a clinic or going from an appointment to an appointment. So if you're interested in any of that, if you want to get started with us, you can join the Master Method membership today. Your initial commitment is only 90 days and it's $297, just under $300 for your first 90 days. And then after that 90 days, you can stay on as a member for $49 per month, or you can cancel at any time if you have what you need and you no longer need the resources or the ongoing additional support and challenges that we offer. You can find more details about joining us in the caption.